Hi everybody, it's Carla from Casey Creates. Thanks for joining me. I want to show you some of the Christmas crafting I've been doing. I've been using traditional Christmas colors of red and green for my decorations this year, and I was at Michael's. Um, I think it was Michael's. They had all their Christmas 40% off, maybe more, and they had this wonderful rag garland. But when I looked at it and the cost, I thought, oh, I have so many remnants of fabric. It would be a shame to buy that when I could go home and make it. So that's what I did. I'm having a cup of coffee, and you remember these windmill cookies? Couple cookies. Just a little treat. And thought I would chat with you and show you my garland. So I started with this wooden bead garland that I bought from the thrift store a couple years ago, and it was in my stash, and this year I've been really doing good just working from my stash. So here's the garland that I made, and it's just different fabrics. This really pretty plaid fabric that I cut into strips, and then I have some linen fabric and red burlap and some lace, and then some shimmery green velvet from a dress, and I think those were the four, and then there was the regular brown burlap. But it is about, I don't know how many yards, I'm gonna guess 2.5 or 3 yards long. And then every few pieces of linen I tucked on these little enamel holly leaves. I got a whole cart of these. I thought it was a Dollar Tree, but it might have been Hobby Lobby. Anyway, they were very inexpensive, and I just think they're so pretty. So that was a sweet little touch. And I just sat and ripped. Oh, I have this also, this ribbon that I bought from Hobby Lobby, the gingham. I like pattern mixing a lot, and this was a great opportunity to do a lot of pattern mixing. So it's so shabby and colorful, but kind of rustic and homey at the same time, which is what I was going for this year. So that's one garland, and I'll show it to you in a picture hanging on the actual garland. I wish I had another one of these wooden bead garlands, because it really made everything come together nicely, and I was able to tie the strips in between the beads, and it helped secure them really well. So there's that one. Then the other one, excuse me, it's a lot looser because it doesn't have the heavy beads, but again, it's just strips of fabric. It's real shabby. I ran out of the red gingham ribbon, so my son's Christmas shirt is missing a tail. Yeah, I did. I took scissors to it. It's okay. I don't even think he's going to wear it this year. So it's a really nice green gingham Ralph Lauren long sleeve shirt. Both of them have worn it, so at least it has gotten some wear. And these are the strips of fabric. Again, I used a plaid ribbon, and it was wired, so I just took the wires off, cut them in strips. And then there's another green dress that's missing a hem because I needed some more green fabric. Some eyelash trim, and on this one I tied it onto some green burlap twine, like twine. I don't know if it's burlap or not, but it wasn't the right green, but it's okay because it didn't really even show up anyway. But this is my rag garland that's just strips of fabric and lace, and they're all tied together to make a nice garland. And this one I will hang on the garland that's on my mantle. It's already got lights, so I think that'll be nice. I hope I wasn't ripping through this too fast. But anyway, I just like how they feel, the texture of them, and the nice traditional Christmas colors. And then the other thing I wanted to show you are some vintage pieces that were created by a friend of mine. She's like the queen of crafting, and she does craft fairs. This year she had the theme of all vintage toys, and she made the most gorgeous centerpieces, and then she gifted me some after her sales were over. And I just think they're absolutely wonderful. You'll recognize some of these toys from like the 60s and 70s. But here's one. It's a little elf, and he is just adorable. He's holding this vintage glass ornament, and he's got a little building block. And the reason I chose this one is because it's a letter E, and both my boys' names start with an E. If we had a girl, it would have been Emily, and I have an Evan and an Ethan. I didn't get a girl, but I'm very blessed with my 2 boys with E's. And then these are some more glass little ornaments, and I just love how tiny they are and cute. There's that little gold one right there. But the face of that elf is adorable. He's sort of impish looking. And look what he's sitting in. It's a vintage little Jello mold. I mean, how cute is that? Here's the back, one of those little Christmas trees. And he's got a bell. So he's definitely making his way into my decorations this year, since I'm on the traditional bent this year anyway. And then I want to show you this one. She made them all sit in these vintage containers. And this is, I think it's real brass. It's just gorgeous. This is sitting in this really nice brass tin with the lid, and the lid is open, and then inside is this beautiful image, or not image, doll. It's real. So there's a rocking horse, and this is a hand embroidered vintage rocking horse, and it's got this furry little mane, and I mean the details are amazing on this horse. And then there's this pretty doll with a green velvet dress. I mean, the picture perfect Christmas dress. And she's got a Christmas hat that's velvet with lace trim and a flower, and then the lacy little bodice of her dress, and she's holding a little vintage teddy bear. So I just wanted to show off the beautiful pieces that my friend Robin gifted me, and thank you so much, Robin. These are gorgeous, and they definitely say vintage Christmas, to bring back some fun memories. So I just wanted to share those with you. So this is just a little glimpse of my vintage Christmas in a slightly different way of saying vintage, and I hope you like them, and I will see you guys again soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.